Hi, my name is David Agabin. I'm a programmer at the Florida Interactive Entertainment Academy, and today I'm going to be showing you an AI state machine tool that I helped build for our capstone games here at FIA. The really cool thing about this AI tool is that I worked in collaboration with two other programmers, and we're all on different capstone games, and so this tool is actually being used for all three games, and we're actually using different engines as well. The two other games are using Vision Trinergy, and as you can see by this beautiful checkerboard, our game Nexus is in UDK. And so I just want to show you real quick these little spiders here crawling around. The tool has already worked its magic on them, so they're walking around and have their AI. And today we are going to be showing how the tool can program these big spiders here. And as you can see, they do absolutely nothing. If I hit them with a shard, that's really just the physics working. So let's build this AI. Alright, so let's bring up our tool. And this is what the main screen looks like. So we're going to be building this tool for they are called the spider swarmers. So put that there, and we need a base state, so add that. And how this works is all these different states, that's left over, let's delete that. All these different states represent all the different actions that the spider can do. So for this spider, let's say that he has a death state. He has a state where he's going to move to light glob, and the light glob are those little shards that you saw me shooting at him earlier, and we're going to make him move towards them when I shoot them in an environment. We have a state to tell him to move to the player, and then finally we have a state called Spider Leap, and this is actually his attack. And all of these state names, they are the actions that I programmed in there, so he'll do these when I tell it to. When a certain condition happens, he'll take these actions. And so we're going to edit this base state, and you'll see some extra stuff in this tool that I'm not going to use, and that is because what I mentioned before, how this tool is being used by all three games and on different engines, so there are different things that they needed that I am not going to take advantage of. So this is the main window I'm going to be dealing with. It's called Transition Editor, and so this shows the conditions to go to each of the different states. So we're in our base state, and that's the condition to go to death is, and right here in this drop down I wrote out in a config file all of the different conditions that we can put in there. So let's say when his health is less than 1, he's going to die. So we'll save that, and now we'll say move to light glob. And this is a really powerful thing that we added right here, and it's the addition of ands and ors, so we can nest and combine different conditions. So we'll add an and there, and for him to move to the light glob, I have this condition that says spider attention gained by shard, and what this is these spiders have a certain value, and when the level begins, it's randomized whether they'll be affected by the shards or not, and so if they are, then they need to go to the shards. So let's add that, and shard out, meaning that we have shot a shard in the environment, and the distance to the shard is less than a certain distance, and so let's make that distance 600. And that'll be it for that, so let's save that. Next, let's go to move to player, Then we're going to have the and this time we're going to put it in a certain distance. So distance to player less than. Let's make that 450. And if the distance to the player is greater than, sorry, let's make this, I got that reversed. Let's make this 1500, and let's make the distance less greater than to 450. And finally, let's have him attack when his distance is greater than, let's say, 20, and when his distance is less than 450. And so we saved all of those out, so let's close this, and that is it. So let's save this, and I need to put this in a certain directory. Bear with me for 1 second. And we're gonna call this, let's just show you real quick, just to show you I'm not doing any kind of, I'm not cheating or anything. This spider swarmer, this is what I'm gonna use. I just had to have that file there for my game to start. So let's override this. Let's save. Let's reload that, and now you can see this tool generated this XML, and this is actually what the game runs off of. And the way UDK runs off of this is I actually built a DLL where the DLL tells it what XML file to read, and then in C++ I wrote an XML parser which works with XPath, and it creates a structure based on the XML, and then the DLL passes that structure back to UDK, and then UDK reads that structure that determines what the AI should do. And one of the great things about this is, if you noticed, I never reloaded UDK. So usually if you make a change to the code, you have to close out of this, open it back up, recompile the scripts, and then reload your level and do all of that. And this time, since it's loading XML, you don't have to reload any scripts at all. So let's hit play. So now you'll see these spiders are starting to walk towards me. They shoot a shard out. They'll be attracted to it. Let's get that back. And then if they get close enough to me, they will do their leap attack. Let's show off the death real quick. You hit these guys with a shard, and you can take one of these big rocks and just fling it into him, and there he goes. He dies. And so yeah, that is the AI tool for Nexus.